August 31st, 2000, a story developing as we speak. State police say this man is a suspect in the kidnapping and sexual assault of a child. The news starts now.
Now, Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening. We start with a disturbing story right now, still developing in the western part of Connecticut.
The state police have arrested and charged a man, a convicted sex offender, for kidnapping and sexual assault involving a minor. Now, details are still coming into Channel 3, but let's tell you what we know at this point. The suspect is identified as Glenn W. Cook, and we found a picture of him on the state's Megan's Law sex offender registry. This is it. State police tell us they arrested Cook today following an investigation which began last night. Cook is charged with sexual assault and kidnapping involving a minor. Again, we have details that are still not clear to us, but we have been able to learn that Glenn Cook has a previous record that includes 2 sexual assault charges in 1986 and an arrest on kidnapping that was later reduced to unlawful restraint. We do have crews en route, and we're trying to get more information to you as soon as we can.
We hope to have a report coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 6. Channel 3's Kim Fettig is on the story again. We hope to learn more about the nature of this alleged crime.
Well, in the meantime, we can tell you state police have arrested at least 10 people. That happened early today after a brawl at the Woodstock Fairgrounds, a drunken fight involving carnival workers. That was around 3 a.m. 2 people suffered minor injuries, but it certainly could have been worse because police confiscated a knife, a sword, and a stun gun.
For many, Labor Day weekend means the final fling of summer fun. But residents in one Connecticut community will not be able to celebrate with a dip in their favorite lake. It is off limits. Channel 3 Shari Sadeh joins us now from the newsroom with more on that story. Shari?
Well, Denise, Lake Poketopog is usually packed with boats, kayaks, and swimmers this time of year. But the lake is virtually empty. Local residents say they're not willing to go in the water ever since it turned an unusually bright color.
Yes, it is real green. It's green, huh?
Lake Poketopog is now off limits to 6-year-old Matthew Smith now that his mother has seen firsthand the abundance of blue-green algae floating at the surface.
I would let him in now. Usually in August it does turn a little bit green each year that I know of, but I wouldn't let him in now that it's pretty green.
The algae problem has reached an unbearable level for homeowners who live on Lake Poketopog.
The reason we live here is the lake, and recently it's the worst we've ever seen it. I mean, we've had an occasional algae bloom, but nothing this bad.
Susan and Bob Hart bought their home in 1983. They used to enjoy windsurfing, kayaking, and sailing nearly every summer weekend until this year.
As you start to see green scum along the dock, it doesn't inspire to go out, and you don't want to get it on your skin.
This isn't the first time algae has caused Lake Poketopog to look more like pea soup. The problem started about 8 or 9 years ago, according to town officials. The lake was treated with chemicals to remove the algae last spring, but was suspended after an alarming fish kill.
This fall, the intent is to go back in and seal, do the job that we tried to start in the spring.
Green or not, Trudy Yankner, who's lived here with her husband for 45 years, is not about to give up her daily swim.
I still swim. I'm going to swim, but I'm not happy about it.
Now, East Hampton town officials say the only way to eliminate the algae is to seal the bottom of Lake Poketopog with a chemical called alum. They're planning to use a different application procedure this fall than the one used last spring, and they hope that will prevent another fish kill. Denise, back to you. All
right, we'll see what happens. Shari Sadeh in the newsroom tonight. Now, with the exception of Lake Poketopog, environmental officials say all other state swimming areas will be open for Labor Day weekend. The school year is just beginning, but one school district is already getting high grades. The Simsbury School District has been chosen as one of the top 100 school districts in the country. It was listed as a standout in the Wall Street Journal publication Offspring. It looked at more than 15,000 school districts across the country, and Simsbury scored in the 99th percentile.
Yes, they based it on student performance, additional programs and services are offered to youngsters, the support that the town gives in terms of the budget process each year, and a number of other factors. But the primary issue was student performance SATs.
Now, the Wilton School District also made it in the top 100, scoring in the 99th percentile in student performance.